can't cut somebody out that's somebody's friend until you mentioned the mooch situation.
Asking for a friend on your morning show. We just talked to Marie. I guess they're planning like a girls' trip. And in the friend group, there's like the one person nobody's really friends with, but the one friend.
Mm-hmm.
And so the group as a whole wants to ask us, it'd be along, essentially, is if we were all going on a road trip and there's a friend that Riley's bringing with that nobody really likes, can I tell Riley that the group doesn't really want this person coming because they are a mooch and kind of ruin the fun? Because there is always in that group, there's always the one friend that's like one person's really friends with and nobody else is.
Yeah.
877-995-4681 to call, or you can text 99338. My initial thought is that I know, like, I've had people say it to me, like in like my group of friends, that they don't like somebody I'm friends with. I prefer knowing that, because then it's like almost then like in my mind, it's like when you watch your dog in public, you can like kind of guide that friend and make sure they aren't being an idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or put the kid gloves on. So if it was like, let's just say, for example, that Eric was that friend and Rose is like, I don't really like that you're bringing Eric. I'll know to like, okay, now that I know that like everybody's annoyed, but yeah, and I can try to like not alter a situation.
But are you gonna have fun with that? Because you're almost like babysitting him at that point.
Yeah, there is, but also I wouldn't want to cut somebody out. But I think at least if I was aware of it, then I would know, or at least if I knew the reasons why you were annoyed with Eric, as opposed to guessing. Yeah, Riley.
You can't cut somebody out that's somebody's friend until you mentioned the mooch situation.
Yeah.
Because the money thing, like that's just like, okay, it's one thing if, okay, I'm not jiving with this person and I can tolerate them, whatever. But when it gets to like the mooch, I don't mess with that. You can't come into a situation and be cheap and shut up.
What?
I thought you were going to mention the $16
that you sold me from a year ago in Berkeley Springs. Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, you were saying
that's when you need to have the conversation about like if they're mooching off of you or off of everybody, then the actual friend needs to step up and be like, hey, you got to stop doing this type of thing.
Yeah, because I've always been under the like belief of like, as far as like if it's like Eric and I, like we've known Eric for 9 years. If we go out and like one of us gets
Y'all
a tab,
two fight over the damn bill.
But like,
it's like a hockey tournament
True.
trying to get to that check.
Yeah, but overall though, I know like it's gonna even out. Like whenever our last time hanging out is, I'm not really sweating it because it's gonna even out. But there are like the people where it's like when the bill comes that they just disappear, and I get money tight for everybody. But then, like,
don't eat.
Yeah, I was
you don't get shots if you can't pay.
But anytime it's like everybody knows about when the bill's going to come, and then somebody's like, I'm going to have to go to the bathroom for like 10 minutes. That's kind of what I would do. So me personally, I think you got to say something, because there's nothing worse too on a trip than like unspoken tension, especially it's the whole group.
Well,
too.
because then a drunk person speaks a sober mind, so you're going to get a couple things of alcohol in them, and they're going to be like, look, boo, you need to pay up. Watch.
Yeah, and I had a friend.
It's better to air it out beforehand.
Yeah, I had friends reach out to me, not recently, I guess it's been a year ago now, because this past year doesn't really count, where like they didn't necessarily jive with somebody I kept hanging out with because of like he kind of had a big mouth and would say things to people he shouldn't have. Not anything bad, but just like when you're with your friends, it's like the circle of trust, and he would like allude to things when we're out of the circle of trust. So I had to tell him like, hey, dude, like, just so you know. But what's the thing? Like when I told him that, it got better. It's like he kind of realized like that was okay. Yeah. What side are you on? 877-995-4681 to call, or at text 99338. Alyssa, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Doing well, thank you. You heard asking for a friend. What'd you want to say?
So I've been friends with my best friend for 15 years, and we have a group of 4 of us. So it's me, him, and 2 other females. Me and him are very, very close, but we have one friend that makes it all about her and always wants us to pay for everything. And I told him, if you ever want to invite her somewhere, I will not join.
Oh.
Damn. And how'd that go over?
In the house, if it's, so he understands because he knows how she is as well. Unless it's like in the house and we're keeping it low key, we're not going on a vacation, because she's very self-centered. And I don't agree with that.
Yeah, there is something to the list of like, especially when you hang out with friends, it's all about the vibe. And I know it's such a cliche, but like, if somebody ruins the vibe, just like that tension alone, it can legit ruin like the entire time.
Exactly. I just think that the key word is honesty, especially in a group of friends, whether it's 1 year friendship or 15 years.
100. Is that a baby in the background, Alyssa?
Huh?
Is there a baby in the background?
Yes, my daughter.
Oh
She's
my God.
almost 2.
Oh my goodness.
Aw,
What's
hi, BB.
your daughter's name?
Isabella.
Oh, tell Isabella we appreciate her listening. Thank you so much for calling, Alyssa. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye. Keith's got a great point too. What's up, Keith?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. What do you want to say about asking for a friend?
I believe that it's like this: is that 75 to 80% of women are very blunt with talking to their friends, but when it comes to that one friend that they don't get along with, they're not blunt with them. And if she's not going to be blunt, with them, then she needs to man up and be blunt with her, just to say, hey, okay, you need to start paying for your half of the stuff, or you're not going to be invited to anything. And if she is a friend of a friend, then the friend needs to get blunt with the friend that's a friend.
Well, Keith, first of all, I agree with the fact, too, of like, why hang out if you know you're going to be miserable? I'd rather say it, and that way it's not bubbling, because then it's like, if it is like there's something maybe it's like, let's just say, like, I get annoyed by the way they touch their hair all the time. You're going to be sensitive to that, and like that's going to like trigger you the entire, and that's legitimately going to ruin the entire trip. So, Keith, I agree, man. Thank you for calling. Have a great day.
Yeah, no problem. My man.
My man.